Hello, everyone, and welcome again to another Teacher Joseph podcast. Some students believe that they can never reduce their accent, and something which is quite frustrating for me is when students say, "Oh, I will never be able to speak like you." I don't know why they say that, but one thing is for sure, those words can be very dangerous. I think it was the Buddha who said, "With your thoughts you make the world." And indeed, I would go a step further and say, with your words you create your world. So if you're the kind of person who says things like, "Oh, I can never do it," regardless of what it is, then unfortunately for you, you've just put the kiss of death on progress. It's quite sad when we impose limiting beliefs on ourselves, and it's even more sad when we impose limiting beliefs on other people. Oh, they will never do it. Oh, they're not intelligent enough. Oh, no, they just can't. When we apply that to something like English, it becomes deadly. The secret of learning English and being successful at it is to be completely open-minded and to leave yourself ready for the next challenge which comes up. As a teacher, I have to believe that there's room for improvement. I have to hold the view that my students can get better. Can you imagine an English class where you say, "Oh, I'll never speak like a native," and I say, "Yeah, that's right, you won't." One of us has to believe that you can do it, and if you can't believe that, then I must. Perhaps it's just more than a belief system. Perhaps it's because I know that you can do it when you don't believe that you can. I've heard this again and again from people. "Oh, I can't do that. Oh, but my story's different. Oh, but I'm different from everyone else." And it is true that many of us suffer from what we call terminal indifference, meaning the absolute belief that you, for your own reasons, really can't make your English better. But that's simply an idea. It's a belief you've created and are likely to create a self-fulfilling prophecy from it. That means that if you have the idea that you can't do it, then probably you won't. And you'll use that belief as an excuse not to continue. Many people forget, or perhaps they just don't want to remember, that learning English is not simply an active process. Going to work, learning English, going to the gym, it doesn't quite work that way, because learning English taps in to the very deepest parts of your being. If you look at the signs as to what works for you in learning and what doesn't, you'll soon realize that learning English teaches you a lot about yourself. It helps you to understand how you interact with other people, how good you are with failure. It also helps you to see how patient you are. And if you allow it, it can show you the deepest parts of your personality. It can reveal to you how creative you are, and it can also give you little clues about your own culture and the way people communicate with each other. Getting back to speaking like a native, it's not actually so difficult. You just have to find a native that you like the sound of. Now, let's say, for example, you really like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, the TV show. The British presenter of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, his name was Chris Tarrant. I say was Chris Tarrant because I don't think he does it anymore. I'm not even sure if that show is still running. He was a famous broadcaster here, and he had a lovely voice. Many of my students liked to copy his voice because they realized that his pronunciation, his intonation, and his ways of speaking were very, very nice. And it's so simple. You just have to find a voice that you love, perhaps with a lot of different creative expressions on social media, maybe someone with a YouTube channel, or you can even shadow with me in these podcasts. What you can do is simply listen and repeat. It sounds a little bit superficial, doesn't it, just to hear someone and copy them. But actually, that's what children do, and that's how children get their accents. When you understand more about English, you can understand that learning to copy them exactly with their breathing, with their intonation, and how they join words together, these things all make a very nice sound and indeed a very nice conversation. Well, that's it from me. I hope you've enjoyed this. Let's talk again soon. Bye.